everyone, it's Emily here at Elm Fork Coffee. Today I want to do a quick demonstration video on how to get the best grind using your blade grinder. The reason we recommend grinding whole beans here at Elm Fork Coffee is when you grind beans, they tend to lose their caffeine and flavor content within 15 minutes of grinding. And so that's why we recommend grinding fresh every day so you can get the best morning cup or afternoon cup of coffee. There is another grinder out there called the Burr Grinder. How that works is it feeds a couple of beans at a time, so it helps you get more of an even grind. Now, that is the ideal grinder to have if you're really wanting to get the best cup of coffee, but those are pretty pricey and it's quite an investment. So I want to talk about just the easy, simple, takes up little counter space blade grinder. This is what everyone typically uses to grind their coffee. You can get these from anywhere from $11 to $20. They're super cheap. I think I got this one on Amazon for $11. And you can still get a pretty good grind using these if you just do it properly. And I wanted to demonstrate that for you today. So let me get my whole beans. Typically, if I were to make a 12-cup pot of coffee, I would use about 7 of these tablespoons. But that's just my preference, but it can vary person to person, of course. But if you're kind of wondering how much coffee you would use, I would start with that because it makes a pretty good cup of coffee. I'm just going to do a couple of tablespoons for the sake of this video because I've recorded several times. So I'm just going to do about 2. I make my scoops pretty even, just like this. So now what you're looking for when you're grinding coffee is you're wanting more of a coarse grind. Because if you grind it too fine, like I used to do when I first started grinding coffee, I used to hold it down until it became like very fine and very light in color. But when you're doing that, you're breaking too much of the bean down and you're losing a lot of flavor and other components of the coffee. So you're actually wanting your coffee kind of coarse. And you're wanting to try to grind it as evenly as possible. And now it's kind of difficult to do that with this blade grinder, but there is a trick and a way that helps get the best grind. So, and I'm going to show you that, what the video is about. So when doing so, you're just kind of wanting to pulse it. Pulsing it will just help feed the beans a little more evenly, and it's not pushing all the beans to the side of the wall. And also to the ones, but there are a few that get pushed to the side of the wall. In order to bring them back in, you give it a couple of shakes as you're grinding. All right? All right. Oh, that smells so good. All right, so that is kind of what you're looking for with your coffee. And there you have it. So I hope this answered any of your questions if you're new to grinding at home. And so until next time, bye.